Claire, aka Hot Dog.
And this is Laura, aka Peepa.
And welcome
Come to What is Up, Dog?
It's the podcast where we're trying to answer the question, what is up, dog?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about this, Laura. I've run into a problem in my life where I will ask people, what is up, dog? And they'll just say, not much, how about you?
Well, that's
And I don't know
frustrating.
what that means. Exactly.
Like, how do you figure out the essential question?
I don't know. And so I thought we would start this podcast to try to figure it out. Obviously, maybe we'll bring guests on and stuff, but today I just thought we could try to work it out.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely try. It seems like a really difficult question that it might be helpful to have some experts.
What's your opinions? What is up, dog?
I mean, it's definitely not much. What about you? That's not it.
No.
That's not the answer.
No way.
As we discussed previously. But
looking at you dead in the eye while we do this is really
yeah. We're just for context. Claire and I are having a staring contest this entire podcast, so we'll let you know.
We'll see who wins.
Yeah. So I really don't know. It's quite troubling, actually. I think I would have a lot more peace in my life if I knew what is up, dog.
Same. I think it might be like it is either a physical object or a philosophical concept.
Yeah, I was thinking it could also be a scent.
Ooh.
I don't know. That's just
or like a sense, like a sixth sense.
It could be a sixth sense or a scent as in an aroma.
Do you think it would be good? Like, should we buy some?
I think it's not something you would really typically want in a candle, but
okay. But maybe we could find one.
Yeah, it's possible. It's more exotic.
They come up with some gross candles.
That's actually very true, especially around Mother's Day. We've been, I think the candle market. That was a chair. No, that was up, dog.
That was me.
That was Claire, up, dog.
Yeah, let's be up, dog game. Maybe it's starting. Maybe it is.
You never know these days.
You never know.
Yeah. Do you have any other ideas of what it could be? That's really my only ideas so far.
Just for context, Laura can hear the sound effects and I cannot.
Claire, that one was like perfect. It was actually like a little bit too accurate, like so accurate to what we were just. Yeah.
I'm glad I saw it said crickets and
okay. I didn't know that you could see what they said.
I can see what they say, but Laura can't because the screen is tilted towards me. But she's free just to hit colors at any point in this podcast.
I'm thinking blue.
The best thing is I cannot hear these.
I didn't even mean anyway.
So I will find out in post what all of these sound like. Oh, I can hear the swish of the drink. What do you got to drink today, Laura?
Today I've got a shaken espresso with almond milk.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're going to Panera?
Oh my gosh, we're going to Panera. I've been planning my Panera order all day. I'm like, what am I going to get at Panera?
Well, okay. So I went to Panera last week because it was finals and I was slumping and I didn't want to make food for myself. And I needed a little treat. And it's like basically in my basement.
Mm-hmm. I parked there. Don't tell the authorities.
Which might be why we are going to Panera so that we can say that we were.
Yeah, because we don't break the law. We're too goody two shoes for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, that's so nice of them.
But so I decided to get a grilled cheese and a thing of tomato soup.
Oh,
but
classic
I don't
combo.
like drinking tomato soup. I just like dipping it. So I had a lot of tomato soup left over. So I went to the grocery store, got a roll of sourdough, got some Munster cheese, and for both lunch and dinner the next day, I ate grilled cheese with my leftover tomato soup, and I still have some left.
Oh my god!
And my question is it safe?
I'd say no, although that is a very sustainable way to eat Panera for multiple days.
I'm just
I approve.
I'm like trying to figure out, do I order tomato soup again?
Ooh.
Or can I keep using this old tomato soup that's probably a week old at this point? The fact that I can't remember how old it is, I just know it's over a week.
Yeah. I'd go with the new soup.
You think new
personally?
Soup? Okay.
Because you've already gotten so much utility out of the old soup.
But then the thing is, when I go to Panera, do I order a grilled cheese?
You could if it's
a lot of grilled cheese.
I mean, grilled cheese is an essential element of just, the survival cube,
That's so true.
the survival pyramid.
Either that or I'll get my classic Caesar salad and mac and cheese.
That does sound good. That's a good combo as well.
What are you thinking of getting?
Oh, I already know. I'm getting, well, actually, I was in between two options.
Okay.
They both include one of the only vegetarian sandwiches.
I don't have to be sitting up.
Yeah, we can sit back and relax.
I like sitting up.
Yeah. Who needs good posture? We're just podcasting in Panera, man. But yeah, I think I'm going to get a Mediterranean sandwich. Sounds really good.
Ooh.
Maybe some tomato soup. Who knows?
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
If you get tomato soup and you don't drink it all.
I will donate my soup.
Thank you.
To Claire Hockey.
I gave her like a side eye,
Yeah. These are important.
Oh no, my legal name.
What?
Because we're gonna have so many listeners that don't know us.
Oh my gosh! Not your legal name.
Not my legal name. Not my legal. Well, I think we gave some good ideas of what Updog could be.
So
I'm hoping to bring on some guests. We can give them our theories.
Could we be a call-in podcast where the listeners call in and if they have an idea?
What Updog is?
Yeah.
I like that.
So once we amass some listeners,
we can become a call-in. Well, I already got some people agreed to be on the podcast.
I need to, I really need to advertise.
I got a pair of twins coming in, or siblings, but they act like twins.
Oh, okay, close enough.
Yeah, we got some people on the docket.
Great.
If this goes well. Okay.
That's good news.
So I thought we could just catch up.
Yeah.
I have a story. You have a story.
Yeah, I kind of want to hear Claire's story. I'm very.
You want to hear mine first?
Yeah, I think I do.
So it is Mayfly season here in Madison, and we live next to two big old lakes. We're right next to the isthmus, the big old lakes on both sides of us. And I used to live in Madison as a kid, but I lived near the Arboretum, so we would get mosquitoes.
Yeah, only those tree bugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and those little tree bugs. And I thought that was a real bug.
No, I just like bugs in trees because you mentioned the Arboretum. Anyway.
And so this is my first summer living in Madison. And so I go home for the weekend once I'm done with finals. Do the Sacred concert, see my pets. I end up going to Platteville for the weekend where I end up injuring myself. That's another story.
Oh, Claire, no.
I may or may not have hit my head on a bunk bed and then felt fine. They're not bunk bed, just a regular bed, which is even sadder.
That is a little bit confusing.
But I woke up. I went to bed feeling fine, and then I woke up and I was all dizzy.
So
and I had to drive
concussed?
I think a little.
Oh, Claire.
And then I had to drive an hour and a half home.
Oh,
so
no.
I get home to my apartment. Slightly concussed.
Yeah.
And on one of the corners of my bed, closest to the wall, where my feet normally go.
Oh, the feet spot.
The feet spot is 20 mayfly corpses.
What? They died?
Just all right there. Just all right on my bed.
Oh, what does a mayfly look like? I'm curious. I don't think I've ever seen one.
They don't have mouths.
How does that work?
Well, okay, so apparently the females live for 30 minutes and then die.
Yeah.
And the guys live for maybe 2 days.
Why? That's kind of misogynistic, not gonna lie.
And so what they do is the girly pops, they come in on my bed and they die.
Oh,
and I have a photo to show you, and I'll let the
I'm a little
viewers
scared.
see this too. It's a little gross.
Maybe this can be our cover photo for our first podcast. Or do I not want? I'm a little scared.
This is what I came home to.
Oh, why are they so little and gross?
Exactly, and they're very little, and I never see them alive. I only see them dead.
Yeah.
That's actually what I came home from work with. I didn't get a picture of me coming home because it was more of them just by my window. And so me and my entire building are fighting off this plague. On my way to work yesterday, I was like, what's all this mulch that they blew up?
Oh no.
It was mayfly corpses.
What?
So many that I thought it was mulch that got blown up.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
So the exterminators are going to try to do something, and I ordered off Amazon at-home different pieces of a DIY mayfly spray that my apartment building sent out the recipe for.
Wait, what? What do you mean different parts of a DIY spray? How can you have parts of a spray? I'm concerned.
I got the spray bottle, I got the vinegar, I got the peppermint oil.
Oh, that sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, and I also got a fly trap.
Okay,
because
so
you can never be too prepared.
Yeah.
Because I am fighting a war.
Do you have like a fly swatter?
No.
Do you get to like
I think they'd be too small.
combat them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You'd need like just a spatula.
They're very tiny. And
Spatula,
I was complaining
no
to my
holes.
mother, and she kept just reading Mayfly facts to me, and it was making it worse.
You're like, do you want to know the grossest thing about
She's like, did you know they don't have mouths? And I'm like, thanks.
That's just scary.
Thank you so much.
Now I'm going to have a nightmare.
Now I feel so much better about
I mean,
everything.
I guess if they don't have a mouth, then like they can't eat you.
Apparently, people will like specifically go to towns where like thousands or like millions of them spawn.
Why?
And they like go because it's so gross.
So people just
and that's
like
happening in my house.
people come to your house to see how gross the mayflies
I guess,
are.
yeah.
On
I
Earth.
guess people do that some places.
Well, you know what? If it brings you joy, if it brings someone joy to see a
it's
gross
not
bug.
bringing me joy. I woke up and instantly opened up the vacuum to vacuum up the new mayfly corpses on the
So
edge of my
you're
bed.
saying you could technically monetize this. You could make money by sending the mayflies to people that like gross
Oh.
bugs.
Oh,
and
I
say-
like that.
That'll be $5.
Yeah. Well, my mother was saying I should tell my sister so that because she eats bugs.
Oh,
Um,
that's normal.
She's like the vibe of vegetarian that eats bugs.
I'm the vibe of vegetarian where if a bug flies into my mouth, I say, "Oh my gosh, I just ate meat."
I think you two might be on the different ends
Yeah.
of the vegetarian
And I think that's
spectrum.
okay. I think there's different ways to be a vegetarian. Some
Yeah.
of them eat bugs.
And
Some
some
of them don't like to eat bugs.
I mean, she can barely eat anything because she has horrible digestion
Oh no,
issues,
but the bugs are
but
chill.
The bugs are
Okay,
good.
you know
Bugs are
what?
good.
If the bugs work for you,
Bugs get her protein.
that's one less bug that could fly into my mouth
exactly.
uninvited.
Uninvited. She tried to invite me to the cicada festival,
That's a thing.
and I had to be like, "I'm sorry, but I can't.
Like, I really don't
can't.
like that.
I'm crying over mayflies."
Yeah,
so
imagine
I
an
don't
even
know if I
bigger
could go to
bug.
the cicada festival,
Yeah,
but I think I let my sister down that day.
that's okay though.
Forgive me, Annie. If you're listening, will you forgive me?
And good luck eating the bugs.
Yeah, have fun with
that
your
sounds fun.
bugs. Well, that's what's up with me recently. That's my most. I mean,
Okay.
there's other endeavors in my recent life,
That's
but
true. I
that's
mean,
the one I'm most enraged about.
nice. I think that's a good thing. Now we know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Do you have anything to share with the?
Well, as Claire, if you can't see this, listeners, but I do have one singular green note card with
one line on it.
I'll read you the one line. I think this might spoil it, but I thought it summed it up pretty well. Post half marathon platelet donation ... Minions Rise of Gru.
Ooh.
So
Oh wait, that was sad.
Minions Rise of Gru is a
Sorry,
happy
wait.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you.
I
Thank
can
you.
I can only very distantly hear these sound
I can
effects.
hear them. They're
Or
really
can hear them
effective.
very loudly.
Yeah. We don't really know how to work this system, but we figured it out.
Yeah, we figured it out.
We're really
recording.
smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's kind of my situation.
Mhm.
So I signed up to donate platelets the
Mhm.
day after running the Sentinel half marathon, which just seems like such a great idea,
Mhm.
right? I mean,
It's gonna go great.
it's gonna go swimmingly. And but I was reading about like what to do before platelet donation. Like I thought, some people say, oh, you can get like $200 for this. I'm like, I don't really care about the $200. But what movies do I get to watch while I'm donating platelets? Because it takes like 2 hours,
Wait, really?
which is, I did not know that. I thought it took 45 minutes. Because like
Maybe
donating
they'll
blood,
go fast. Maybe they'll go fast.
maybe, but like I just ran a half marathon, so I feel like my blood is gonna be reluctant to like leave my body and then also re-enter in the other arm. It's like the worst thing ever. Like I don't know why I signed up for that.
Yeah.
I think because Colette and I, we have this thing where we donate blood
Mhm.
and we just go together and it's
Yeah,
like
noble,
funny.
Noble.
Yeah, it's such a noble
funny,
task.
Good bit.
Yeah. So, and usually one of us passes out. So
Mhm.
I don't know why we keep doing it. I think it's just like funny. We're like, let's do it again. Let's do it again. So now we signed up to donate platelets because they're like, we need platelets, and we're weaklings, and we're like, okay, take mine. So yeah.
The fact that you guys normally pass out and then you were like,
Again.
know how I make this better if I
Let's
increase
do it
my
again.
chances of
Yeah.
passing out. Well, I hope you don't die. I was gonna ask if
Yeah.
you wanted to hang out after the
Oh,
Set
well,
Mai run.
it's
but you
actually
might be
the day
busy.
after, so we could hang out on Set Mai. I'm free
okay.
then, but
Yeah, okay, slay.
so we'll do that. And
Yeah, okay.
but the thing is, I'm trying to decide. This is where I wanted your advice. I'm trying to decide what movie should I watch, because apparently, allegedly, if you go to donate platelets, yes, you are incapacitated. You can't use
Hi, welcome back. So we've been talking for the past 45 minutes.
Yeah, at least 40 minutes.
Only 15 of that got recorded.
As you can tell, this is Claire and my first time recording a podcast.
Apparently, BandLab only lets you record for 15 minutes.
So we're going to have to find another platform.
Can we just do like a summary of what we talked
let's
about?
do the spark notes or the cliff notes of what we just talked about.
So we explained some stuff. We got really off track. We explained what a podcast was.
Oh, I was so proud of that definition.
It was like a theater cast.
It was
and,
really
multifaceted. And
multifaceted.
some fish.
Yeah.
I talked about my favorite golf club, the Smorgas, where you can hit against the wind. Laura said she likes hot pink golf balls and clubs. I made a really funny lewd joke.
Yes, it was really funny.
Thank you. We tried some sound effects, but we don't deserve that. Where's the sad one?
That, my friends, is how we feel about our podcast not recording.
We played with the lights. We talked about...
I pressed every button on the wall.
Yeah, Laura pressed every button on the wall. We discussed what privileges we
had a really in-depth conversation about how privileged we are, and then we also talked about like politics for like 5 minutes.
Some books.
We had some really quickly. What was your book recommendation?
My Government Means to Kill Me.
And mine was End Times by Peter Turchin. I don't know how to say his last name.
Really cheerful, and I now will be watching The Time.
Yeah.
But we have another like 15 minutes.
Yeah, this could be our second.
So
honestly,
this is like the second half.
We could put a musical interlude in the between and pretend we said, let's take a break. We'll be back after the break.
We'll be back after the break.
We
don't have to add that because it happened.
That's true.
So time for our next segment. Claire and Laura explain different things this time because the first time didn't work out. So
nice.
I just wanted to use that music because you said
it's so good.
Because Laura told me that it was a really good segment transition,
right?
And it sounded really professional.
Because we were talking about what podcasts we like, and I was saying that reminded me of the professional quality of an NPR podcast.
Maybe we'll replace NPR.
Oh my gosh, we could be the next NPR.
Really good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start recording every day though, man.
Yeah.
In her apartment.
In my apartment.
During our
in the room
semester.
That exists.
Yeah. The room does exist. We did also.
I mean, I like the idea of trying to get a credit for this.
No, we should be able to get academic credit.
Communication
yeah,
credit?
because I need Com B. Do you think this would count for Com? It would not.
Yeah, this could be your Com B.
If I write more than just a list of the movies that I want to watch during my post-half marathon platelet donation on this note card, then it could count. I think it should count for Com B.
We luckily got at least a good chunk of that story. I don't know at what point it cut off, but we did get some discussion.
Yeah. I think we did. We came to the conclusion that I should try to see as many minions as possible. So like maybe ask if they can play the movie in 1.5 speed. I know that was one of our considerations, and we also determined that while Claire's suggestion of Monty Python and the Holy Grail would be an excellent choice for a chill night of movie watching, it might be a little bit too violent for current blood donation platelet extravaganza because of that one scene.
It gets a little bloody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like I still have stuff on our list. That
we can unpack one more thing, and then I think.
And then
that's our podcast, I think.
And we're a little burned out because we may or may not have recorded a whole podcast for it to be deleted.
I can't believe that happened.
But guys, just imagine how good it was.
Oh,
it was so funny. I laughed so many times.
Same. It was really funny.
It sounds like a joke, but I did laugh a couple
of times.
Actually, yeah. It was pretty funny.
It was great. We watched golf on the TV as well.
Let's explain our majors. Let's have the audience get to know us a
Yeah,
little.
let's introduce ourselves.
So I think you do a major, then I do a major,
Oh,
then
right.
you do a major. But
Sure.
I can talk about my certificates too, but like I feel like a fun like back and forth major wise.
Sure. Which major do you think I should start with?
Let's start with music.
All right. So one of my majors is music. Claire. Just like that. What you heard was music. That's one of my majors. Back to you, Claire.
Oh, okay. What?
I can. Do you want me to explain it more?
Like what music? Like
like
the glockenspiel?
I wish. No, it's just upright bass. That's sort of my jam.
What about downright?
I haven't explored that possibility yet, but I have explored the pork chop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a Peter Dominguez.
Oh,
yeah.
He plays that?
Yeah, he says.
Major?
Probably.
Okay. I wonder what that sounds like. Maybe it sounds like that.
That's actually super accurate.
That could be like the pork chop. Oh, okay, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go.
Yeah. What's your major, Claire?
I'm a history major.
Yeah. Awesome.
And people always ask, Claire, what's your focus? And I bullshit an answer every time because I don't have one. Because I'm an undergrad.
Yeah, we're really just kids if you think about it.
This could go on my resume because I might go into oral history, which is all about recording people.
Look at that.
So
am I a part of your history right now?
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
I am planning for the future.
Nice.
Thank you.
It's always a good idea.
So yeah, and being a history major right now is awesome. I'm not scared at all. I'm not seeing repeating patterns.
No, I don't even know what that is.
I'm not thinking about this book that I read about the Weimar Republic's descent into fascism.
Yeah.
I learned about that. Oh my god, the music in cabaret is so good, though.
I agree, man.
Can we just think only about the music in cabaret?
Yeah, I mean,
and only about music and only your music major, not history major?
Yeah, because my other major is not relevant at all.
What is your other one?
Oh, it's this thing, political science, one of these arcane things that doesn't. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That
Although
sucks
I might be interning soon, so maybe I'll make a difference. I won't. I'm an intern. I'm just gonna be like answering people's emails, and when constituents call and they're like, "Why do you all suck?" I'll be like, "I'm sorry."
Oh my god, maybe I'll call you.
Oh my gosh, yes, you can call. I think I don't. This is not confirmed yet, but I think I'm gonna be in the office of Sheila Stubbs, which is awesome because that's just like a cool name.
Can you tell me a little about Sheila Stubbs?
I think she's really cool. She's a Democrat. She's a representative.
I would not have guessed any other political party.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people think I'm a Republican. I don't know why. That's fake.
The vibe.
I'm a vegetarian woman. I feel like you just like can't be a Republican if that's anyway.
Sorry to all
Hot
Republican
take. Sorry.
vegetarian women.
I'm sorry if you're a vegetarian. You're not. You're a liberal.
You're a liberal. Laura, veganism is a moral.
It's a moral urgency. Have you heard that veganism is
Here's this male chick that died because you eat eggs.
Yeah, it's like you buy, he dies.
You buy, he
Have
dies.
You seen those?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then he dies. With eggs.
Yep. Can't eat those.
I
eat eggs, by the way.
Yeah.
Just want to be clear.
Yeah.
And milk and cheese.
I mean, you're in Wisconsin.
We're
in Wisconsin, by the way.
We are in Wisconsin. That's important contextual information.
Yeah, so that you know who the representative is representing. Wisconsin.
Yeah, she's representing like parts of Madison, McFarland, I think. So close to home.
Nice.
Close to home.
Yeah, close to home.
We have friends there.
Yeah, probably.
Claire, what are your certificates? Tell me about these.
I got the LGBT studies certificate.
Nice.
Which will certify me to slay the day away.
And also, didn't you take a class called Queer World Making?
Yeah.
So Claire actually is certified in creating a new world.
Exactly. And
only for queer, which is way better.
We actually are queer world making right now because we have representation.
Yes, we do. Not me, but we have some.
Your representation of people can coexist.
Yeah, we're proving right now.
We're coexisting.
That we are the Gay Straight Alliance.
We are right in this room, we are the G.
Yeah. We're the epitome of gay straight alliance, if you
really
think about it. Did we join that club in middle school? I can't remember if I was in GSA or not.
I was for like a couple of meetings, but
I feel like I was, but now I remember absolutely nothing. So maybe I just like made that up in my head.
I was in it once or twice, and then I only did it my freshman or no freshman.
Freshman year of middle school.
6th or 7th grade. I did not do it in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my other one is integrated liberal studies.
Nice.
And that one
even
is
more
basically
liberal
about doing your gen eds for a certificate.
I should have done that.
Pretty awesome.
Although, yeah.
I would give a much better description, because I got very gratefully got a scholarship from them.
Oh wait.
I mean, it's about interdisciplinary, like we talk about science and literature in the same lecture.
That was excellent. Thank you for that.
I didn't know what that sound was. I just saw record really good. And then something, but it cuts off because it's too long.
Nice.
Okay, we have 5 minutes. Do you feel like your majors got explained pretty well?
Yeah, I feel like people just kind of know. I feel like
you're in the Capitol. I'm in the Chasen Museum of Art.
Yeah.
And people always like, oh, are you an art history major?
You're like, no.
No.
I don't know about that art.
Yeah. Come to the maybe next. Wait, one episode we should talk about our jobs.
Yeah, once I start mine.
Maybe we can talk about.
Well, actually, I do have a job. I should plug if anyone likes dinner theater, they should come see. Oh wait, Claire's yeah, that's what you're gonna hear if you come to the Sylvie on May 31st for CTM's Taste of Broadway. You might see an electric bass player that looks a little familiar.
I think I know what everybody's doing. Wait, what was the day again?
On May 31st.
On May 31st. Last day of May.
Yeah. What better way to celebrate the last day of May than head over to the Sylvie, eat some food, and hear some music?
May I attend?
Yeah, actually, I do have a comp that I was. I don't think any Badger bass players want it.
Wow.
Not sure if my mom wants it or my dad wants it, but I have to email them by tomorrow. So, sorry, listeners, I only have one comp, so you're gonna have to pay for a ticket. But I promise you, it's worth it. I haven't learned any of the music yet, and I don't know how to play my instrument.
Well, you can just bring the soundboard.
Yeah, if I just bring this, I'll probably be chill. Yeah. Is there a bass sound effect on here? Probably not. Wait,
we can mess with. Do you want to sound like a large robot, a small robot, a monster, a megaphone, force disguise, or pitch up?
Could I do large robot?
Whoa! Oh my gosh! It changes my voice.
Wow. Okay, that's horrible. That's horrible.
Wait, what are the other options?
Okay. This is That one, that's really beautiful. Pitch up? I don't think I do pitch up. I feel like they all sound the same.
They all sound like a robot. Whoa.
Oh, there's the Ooh.
What is this one?
Oh my god. Hi, audience.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh, we're using this one.
Yeah, we are.
This is the one.
Sounds like I'm giving a speech.
I would like to thank the committee.
Our sponsors. Who are our sponsors?
This is our sponsor read. Okay.
You tell us what our sponsors are.
We're not sponsored by BandLab because they only let me record 15 minutes.
Yeah, BandLab sucks.
Sponsored by Mayflies.
I agree.
Sponsored by Atmosphere Madison, where we are right now.
I totally agree. And also the Peas in the Pod. They also sponsored us.
And maybe Panera eventually.
Ooh, Panera Bread. Please sponsor us.
Please sponsor us. This isn't actual sponsors. These are the people we want as our sponsors.
Yeah, mainly Panera Bread.
Well, I
think that was awesome. I think we just did a podcast.
I think this has been Claire.
And Laura.
And thanks for listening to
What's Up, Dog?
where we'll figure that out next
Ooh,
episode.
do music at the end.
Oh.
We'll see you next time.